share this with you post training, and I'm going to spotlight I'm going to spotlight Sam, and I'm going to spotlight myself, and then we can do it. So, thank you both. Well done on the issues. I wanted to move into negotiation and just give a little bit of explanation of how that works. So what I'm going to ask you to do in a moment is choose one of the issues that we've agreed on. We're then going to try to stick to one issue at a time until we've reached some understandings and made some agreements that you're both comfortable with. The other difference about the negotiation stage, so I'm going to ask you more to speak to one another rather than to me. So I will be, but also I'll be checking that you're hearing one another. So I will be asking on occasion for you to repeat back what you heard the other person say. The other thing about negotiation is that we want to move it more into the future. So we don't want to get too stuck in the past. It's about what do you both need to make this work for the future? And some agreements you're both going to be very comfortable with. So does that make sense? Do either of you have any questions?
No.
Okay. You're good, Mai, too?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to share the key issues that you both had agreed to earlier. And I just wanted to ask you both to choose one of those. So Sam, Mai, do you have any preference about which issue you'd like to start with today?
Yeah, for me, it's the phone volume.
For
Thank you,
me,
Sam.
it's the way of speaking.
Okay, thank you, Mai. I'm just writing these down. So we'd be able to cover both and probably a couple more today. Can we decide on which of those we start with? Is one of you willing to offer to the other to get started today?
I'd prefer to start with the phone volume.
I think starting with the way of speaking would be better, just because I think phone volume is something that can be easily addressed.
Okay. So we need to find a way forward for us to even start today. And I must say, mediation, a lot of it is about a willingness to look at what we can offer to make it work. So do you think there is a way we could start?
I guess I'm willing to start with the phone volume. Then maybe, we can easily address that and then get to my concern.
Okay. Thank you, Mai. Thank you for offering that. Sam, you're comfortable with that, obviously?
Yep.
Okay. So, Sam, I'm going to start with you then. This is your issue. Can you tell Mai, just briefly, what your concern is about the phone volume?
Mai's extremely loud on the phone to the point where she interrupts myself and colleagues around me.
Sorry, Sam, if you can speak to Mai rather than to me.
Not sure how that works on camera. Sorry, I find that you're extremely
directing it to Mai. Yeah.
I find that you're extremely loud on the phone and it interrupts my ability to work. And I've heard other colleagues talk about this as well. And would help if you kept your voice down a bit.
Thank you, Sam. I'll just pause you there for a moment. So, Mai, before you reply to what Sam's saying, what are you actually hearing Sam say there?
That I'm loud on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Was that all Sam said?
And it distracts Sam from their work.
Okay, thank you. Is that what you're saying there, Sam?
Yeah, and others.
Okay, thank you. So, Mai, what's your thoughts on what Sam's saying?
I think I speak in a very neutral tone. I've not thought to think about how loudly I'm speaking. I just talk as I normally would in any setting.
Okay.
And Sam has not brought this up before, so I didn't think it was an issue.
Well, you're not yelling now, so.
Sorry, Sam. So Sam, just before you reply, what are you hearing Mai say?
That Mai believes that she is speaking in a normal tone, but it's very
Mhm.
different to how she's talking at the moment.
Okay, just so not responsive. What else did you hear Mai say then, Sam?
That she thinks it's fine, the volume that she is speaking in.
Okay. Is that what you said, Mai?
Yes, that's what I said. I think it's very normal when I'm talking to clients on the phone. Some of them have complained about not hearing me. So maybe I
Okay.
can get a bit louder, but that is not something I've really thought about.
I definitely
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. So Sam, what's the impact on you when you hear Mai speaking?
I just find it really hard to work through when I can hear her
Hmm.
screaming basically from the other end of the room.
Screaming.
Yep, screaming.
Okay.
And
So Sam, when you say screaming, what do you mean by that?
it's a very loud volume. I suppose screaming
Okay.
is the wrong word to use there. Just the volume is. I'd usually equate that with someone
Quite loud.
screaming at someone. It's quite loud.
So how far away are you two when these calls happen?
Maybe 10 meters.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you've got a little bit different understanding of what's happening and maybe even perception of what's happening. For me, it's about how do we move forward? So what could work here? This is really for Sam, you're saying that it interrupts your ability to do your work. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Is that the main concern you have about this?
Yeah, it's quite frustrating when you're trying to do something and then something pulls you out of it constantly every few minutes.
Okay. Mai, do you have this issue with anyone else in the office? Like, do you have issues with sound or noise or distractions or anything like that?
No, no one else has approached me about it. And because
They've,
Sam and
they've
I are
approached
in the
me.
same role and Sam speaks
Hmm.
on the phone similarly, I didn't think it was an issue. I've not complained about Sam speaking on the phone.
Okay. Okay.
We share the
So
office, so
yeah, so it's always tricky in a shared office space, isn't it? So I guess what we're looking for here are some solutions. What can make this work? I mean, how often is this happening, Sam, where you are distracted?
Basically, whenever I'm in the office and Mai's working, it happens.
Okay. So what are some options that this can work for both of you?
Could Mai possibly keep it down slightly when talking to clients?
what if they can't hear me?
I don't think that should be an issue, really. Maybe you need a better headset.
Perhaps.
If sound is an issue, I think that's more of a technical issue. I don't think that's like you shouldn't have to yell that loudly to speak to clients.
Do your clients have hearing issues, Mai? Is that the problem with them hearing or?
No, they just can't hear me when I'm talking to them. So maybe it
Oh,
is a
okay.
technical headset issue, connection issue.
Okay. So how do you feel about that? Looking into another option in terms of the headset or something that's going to ensure your clients hear you clearer or easier? How do you feel about that
Yeah,
option?
I suppose that could be a solution. For me, it's important that my clients hear what I'm trying to communicate to them. So
Sure.
maybe in the past, when I have been talking on the phone, it's been loud because of that. I just want to make sure I'm clear and can be heard.
Yes.
You heard.
Okay. Okay. So Sam, I'm just noticing a few little comments and we just got to be mindful about what we're saying, that we keep this really constructive. I know it's difficult. It is difficult for you both. We just need to be mindful about those little comments so we're not. Yeah, I just want to keep this as constructive as possible, but I can only do it with your help. So So that's one option. Is there any other options around this concern about the loudness of the phone calls? Do you feel that is enough of a solution? Is that going to work for you both? Do you know what's involved in that, or how long it may take to access a some sort of system that will mean you won't have to speak as loud? How do you feel about that? Sam, any other thoughts? Anything else that we can make this really solid, this this solution?
I don't know. I think maybe it's a temporary solution. I feel like it's a first step to see if that would help. I feel like
Okay.
if I'm potentially Sam thinks I'm the problem and I'm the one with the loud voice, and maybe it's just something that's just my natural tone of voice, and I don't know how to resolve that.
So, Sam, I guess that's the question, is when my talks normally not on the phone to clients, is that different?
It still can be irritating when she's too loud, but it's more so an issue when she's on the phone. It's like when an elderly person picks up a phone and screams into it. That's kind of how it sounds to me.
So what I'm hearing is she has an issue with my voice.
Is that what you're saying, Sam?
No, it's not. It's not your voice. I don't mean to be offensive. It's the volume of your voice that's the
Same
issue to
thing.
me. No,
Okay.
that's a
So
different thing. I disagree.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't want to make this personal. Someone can't obviously change their voice.
Mm.
The volume is obviously a separate component to that. So how do you feel about this, Mai? I mean, I guess the focus is on you here with this particular issue. How do you feel about what Sam's saying, but also the option of purchasing a headset that's going to make it easier for your clients and have less impact on Sam?
I'm okay with exploring the option of purchasing a new headset, and hopefully that will help with the volume or the tone I use when speaking to clients. But in the other sense, I guess we'll see.
What do you mean by that, Mai? What do you mean by we'll see?
Oh, so she also mentioned that I'm quite loud even when I'm not on the phone. So
Sometimes, not all the time. The main issue is with the phone.
okay, if it's just the phone being the main issue, then yeah, I think I'm open to exploring headsets to see if that helps.
Is there anything that Sam could offer here, Mai, that would assist you on this issue?
Just consideration and maybe pointing it out during the conversation, maybe after I finish a call, just to say you're a bit loud there. Maybe you might want to speak a little less loud rather than being reactive all the time.
Okay, thanks, Mai. So Sam, what are you hearing Mai say there?
To call it out when it happens.
Is that what you're saying, Mai? Call it out?
I wouldn't put it as call it out. I would put it as feedback.
So how would you like, sorry, Sam?
Oh, sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, how would you like Sam to approach you? So say you had a phone call, Sam finds it a bit loud for whatever reason. How would you like Sam to come and share that with you?
I think it's just about approaching it in a nicer way. There's a nice way to tell somebody that they're being loud without sounding aggressive.
Okay. What about for you, Sam? What does that make sense to you? Like what Mai's saying there, how you'd deliver that information?
What would be a nice way, I suppose, would be my question, or a way that she would find nice, because I find being direct works better, but
not everyone works well with the direct approach. I think just coming over to say, that phone call, I understand that you needed to say all those things to the client, maybe, but you were just a little bit loud and it was affecting my concentration.
Okay, I can do that.
You can do
She
that,
rolled
Sam?
her eyes. So I don't know if that's really going through there. But anyway.
Okay. So did you roll your eyes?
Maybe, yes. It was
Okay.
unconscious if I did.
Okay, so are you reacting to what Mai's saying there? Like, do you have a concern with bringing it up in that way?
I think it'll be fine, but I'm just hoping it's not the amount of times that I have to bring it up might be an issue, but we'll see. I'll give it a
Okay.
go.
Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to, and I know I'm harping a little bit on this, but it's about finding a solution that's going to work. So I'm hearing Mai's going to go try and get a headset that will be more effective. And then Mai's asking you, Sam, if it's an issue for you, please come and tell me, but do it in a nice way. And I guess we won't know exactly until you get the headset and see how it goes. But I guess it raises for me another sort of issue within this is about how you're communicating in terms of just something as simple as this, letting someone know that they're a bit loud, how that's then causing issues as well. So that might link into the issue around communication, a way of speaking. But is there anything else on this issue that we need to resolve? Is that enough? Have we resolved it? Is there any other concerns you have around it?
I think that covers the phone issue.
Okay, thank you, Sam. For you, Mai, are you comfortable with this? Is there anything else we need to talk through?
Not at this time. I think that's fine.
Okay, so how long do you give it once you've got your headset to then revisit or to go, is this working? How much time do you need to look at that?
A week.
Okay, what do you reckon, Sam?
Yeah, a week works.
Okay. Hey, Mai, does Sam ever smile? Just want to know. I'm doing a time.
It's better saying seen.
Oh, can we give these two a round of applause? Bloody hell, they were difficult. How difficult? How naughty,
Oh,
Sam.
I know. I told you.
You did. I shouldn't have picked her, but she was good because she made me work hard. So I'll stop.